Wow, weren't those fun times? This is a fun time here, too. You go to a funeral and see this shit? What would you do? Oh, yeah, Granny. Get her. Wow! Oh my god! How? Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo podcast, everyone. Episode 196. Oh yeah! How? Guess who's still sick? This guy. This guy. I'm still sick. I am. You know why? You know why? I don't know why. But what I do know is, here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you find out anyway because we'll talk about it.
You guys got any bags of bird ham in here?
Oops.
We ran out of bird ham.
I'm still sick. I'm still sick as a frog on a log.
Jackpot.
But I think I finally figured out how to do the audio properly. I think I figured out how to record the audio properly. It's about fucking time. Ever since I got this new computer, I've been doing it wrong.
Jackpot.
Okay, guys, let's do some dancing.
Let's show me my moves. So now, from here on out, it should be magnifique. Magnifique. We have figured out the problem. Solution. That's it. It's been well over a week. It's been well over a week of me being sick. And I fucking hate it. It sucks. But I think today it's finally dissipating. Alright? I just have a slight runny nose. My throat is no longer sore. My voice is coming back. I'm not coughing as much. But since the 12th of April, as I'm recording this right now, it's the 22nd. But since the 12th of April, I've been sick. I've been sick, but not to the point where I'm like completely incapacitated. Is that the word? Incapacitated? Incapacitated? Couch potatoed. You know, it was mostly a throat issue. Sore throat, can't talk, and just this scratching tickle in my throat that would cause me to cough constantly. It brings me back to, remember the COVID days? Remember the COVID days of this podcast when I was sick? And I blew my nose on the podcast and there were snots all over my mustache. Let's go see if we can find that. I'm going to go see if I can find that. That's a good little reminder. Because I've been watching old episodes of the podcast recently. Just to kind of bring me back. Shut up! Just to kind of bring me back, you know? Fuck, I don't know if this is gonna be really far back, isn't it? I remember I was wearing my, like my high-vis sweater. Let me see if I can find it here. My high-vis sweater, because I was, making a joke about COVID. Hold on a minute. It's not this far back, is it? I also have a question. You see all these thumbnails here? They're kind of great, right? I like them. Do you think I should go back to doing thumbnails like this? Or should I do thumbnails like what I'm doing now, where it's just the same every time? It's not for this far back, dude. Or maybe it was. No, there's no way. No, there's no way it's this far back. Because this is... Yeah, this is back when I was in Red Deer. Where the fuck is it? Hold on, I'm going to find it here. I'm going to find it. If I have to cut this out because it's too boring, I'll cut it out. Episode 100, I was with goats. That was a crazy episode, wasn't it? What am I going to do for episode 200? I have no fucking idea. God, where the fuck is it? It would have been around here, I thought. That's where Oompa Loompa body ass bitch was first discovered. There it is. There it is. I don't know.
I'm gonna make this PSA here for all the stupid idiots that I see sawing their paper towel rolls in half to try to get double toilet paper. Why are you sawing it in half?
Gus. I miss you, Gus. I don't know if it was this episode or not.
The news, whether it's on Twitter or Reddit.
Didn't I call the episode Boogers in My Mustache or something? This is the one, right here. Look at my mustache. It's this one. God, we're going to talk about nostalgia in a second here, because that's actually on my list. The following episode is going to be heavily censored, possibly all future episodes as well, due to the above statement issued by YouTube. This is the 5th edit of this episode. Right. Important. Due to COVID-19, we will conduct fewer human reviews to protect... Yeah, I remember this. I couldn't upload my videos because YouTube kept taking them down because of their stupid fucking COVID shit. Oh!
Listen.
Look at the snots in my mustache.
It's been over a week since I last uploaded.
Ew.
Don't like doing that. But when you're sick,
dude,
you cough all over everything like I just did, and you just put it on the back burner. You gotta wait.
The snots in my stash.
You can't just, if you're sick, you can't just go out there and be like, hey, I'm just gonna do it, and you just...
Yeah. Shut up, you asshole. Whoa. Yeah, dude, it's weird because I'm nearing episode 200. So the past couple days, I was going back and I was watching the older episodes, and man, does it? Oh God, it like. I'm the kind of person who gets nostalgic very easily, and I mean like very fucking easily. I'll give you an example. Actually, completely recently. This is a small example. So I'm sick, right? Obviously. I said that about 10,000 times already. I've got these lozenges, okay? I've got these lozenges that I've had since I lived in the previous town I lived in, okay? Like that clip that we just watched, I probably had those lozenges at that moment while I was sick then, okay? I had so much of them. They came in a big box. And I wouldn't eat them like candy. I would just eat them when I needed them. And so I've had them from then until now. Okay? So I've been eating those lozenges this past week to help with my sickness. And just last night, I got down to the last lozenge. The last lozenge that I've had since COVID. And I popped it out of the package, and as I was putting it in my mouth, I got fucking sad. I got sad over lozenges. I was like, God, I've had these lozenges forever, and now it's my last one, and there's so many memories associated with these lozenges. And that is how my brain works. That is how my brain works. I get so fucking attached to everything. Every little thing I get attached to. Even something simple as lozenges. simply because of the fact that I've had them forever. Because when I have something for a long time, and then it comes to a point where, you know, it ends, or I got to get rid of it, or whatever, I get this fucking nostalgic fucking sadness. Okay, so as I've been going back and watching the older episodes, I'm getting the same nostalgic feeling. I'm like, man, I miss those times. And that's not a good way to think about life. And I know that. And I know that the older I get. And I'm getting better at it, but it's still just one of those things. Especially, but I just got to look at it differently, you know? We're nearing 200 episodes. It's a fucking great accomplishment. I took like a year and a half, 2 years off, whatever it was, which was a huge mistake. I shouldn't have done it. But we're back in the fucking rhythm now, boys. We're back in the rhythm now, boys and girls. Boys and girls. You're right, Mike. You're right.
Yep. I sure did.
Janice is back. I forgot about Janice. Completely forgot about her. Left her in the fucking weeds when I moved here. I left her. She called me up the other day. I said, Janice, get your fucking ass back here. We need you. We need you, Janice. Fill my cup, please. I did not have anything in the cup because I didn't have Janice. But Janice is here. Janice is back. Janice is queer. Janice is on crack.
Charlie Brown was retarded.
And so are you, Janice.
Charlie Brown was retarded.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing.
You'll do nothing,
You'll
Janice.
Do fucking
You'll do fucking nothing.
You'll do nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Try to keep this like a fist from your face.
Thanks, Joe. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know what to do.
It's been...
Cough into your hand and clap it. So it kills the germs. So what also kind of makes me a little sad is the changing of the seasons. What is this? Oh yeah! See, now I'm coughing again. God damn it, man. Let me go get a new lozenge so I'm not coughing like a fucking idiot.
2 hours later.
Fisherman's friend. Let me tell you, it sucks being sick. It sucks being sick for this long. It sucks being sick in general, but being sick this long, not fun. Not fucking fun. Alright? But, what are you going to do? Nothing you can do. You get sick, you get sick. Seasonal changes. Alright? Ow. Normally, people get the, what do you call it? The sad seasonal something depression when it changes from fall to winter. Okay? Because winter sucks ass, especially in Canada. You can't really go out and do anything because it's so fucking cold and snowy. So you have to sit inside your house, in your cold house, with the heat cranked, breathing in your own fucking shitty ass breath for months on end. And you get sad, okay? But I also get sad. Oliver, hey, go lay down. But I also get sad when it changes from winter to spring. I don't know. And even from like spring to summer and summer to fall. Every time the seasons change, I get used to the previous season, and then it changes to the next season, and I just my brain works so shittily. I don't like that aspect of my brain. The changing of any season, I have to readjust and adapt my brain to connect to that change. Because I have such an issue with change. Doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's lozenges or the weather. I have a hair in my mouth and I just can't get it out. At least it feels like a hair. I just get sad.
It's been.
We don't need to talk about this. That is boring.
Beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop, beep.
It's a Monday morning. It is a Monday morning, and I would not normally record on a Monday morning, but now that I'm getting back in the groove of this podcast thing, I want to make sure that I have an episode every single week. So if I record on Monday, I can be sure that I can get it out to the world by Friday. Lasagna, lasagna, everyone loves lasagna. Let's watch a video. Huh? Let's watch a video. Damn, those crickets go for a while, don't they?
Elephant walking down the road.
Look at him. He's trying to go home.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Only in Butte. The circus elephant got loose.
You know what? She said only in Butte. Fuck off, McAfee. Alright? Don't you notice that? Whenever something happens in someone's town and they film it, or even if they're not filming it, if you're just with someone, they'll always say only in Butte, or only in Texas, or only in whatever. It's like whatever fucking state or country, not country, town, city you live in, something goes on, you're like, only here. It's like, no. Shut up, dude. Shut up. It's not only in Butte. Alright? She's just trying to be cool and trying to... It's because people have this idea in their head where they think, you know, they're so attached to their town, but it becomes a point of pride to live in a town or a city that has crazy shit that goes on in it. People love it. They grab onto it and they love it. They're like, yeah, only in my town would this happen. No, not only in your town. Alright, there's crazy shit that happens in every fucking town. Alright, but as soon as they say that, only in Butte, everyone laughs. They're like, oh yeah, only in our town this could happen. Only in our town. Because we're the weird ones. It's a point of pride to be weird. And I get it, but it's just one of those things that makes me cringe when I hear it. Okay? Because, yeah, there's an elephant walking around in your town. But don't say only in Butte. Don't say it. Don't say it. You hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. Only in here, only in there. No, it's not. This could have happened anyway. Alright, and every little town has their own little things that go on, and it's not a contest. Stop making it a contest to be the most crazy town. Alright? You got your shit, I got my shit. Why don't we make a shit sandwich together? I'll take some of your shit, you take some of my shit. We'll spread it on some Texas toast. Alright, maybe we'll cook up some sparchetti and meat sauce. Hold on. Hold for the clip. Hold for the clip.
Sparchetti and meat sauce.
I gotta get me a bigger stream deck. Why did Steam have to make their portable console, or whatever the fuck it is? I guess it's not a portable console, is it? their console. They call it a Steam Deck. Alright, but Elgato has their Stream Decks. It's just one extra letter. Guys, come on. Guys, come on. They're both associated with streaming in a certain way. But what, you make them too close to each other.
Guess what, bitch?
What?
Guess what, bitch?
My poopa looks like angel hair pasta.
My pooper looks like angel hair pasta. So I guess this elephant, this circus elephant, got loose and roamed around in traffic in Butte, Montana. Only in Butte. What a Butte. What are certain things that people say that drive you nuts? I'm the kind of person who notices those kind of things. The majority of people don't notice those things. They just let them slide. They just let it be a part of the vocabulary. There's too many basic things in our vocabulary that we just let slide. And maybe it's my autism. I guess I'm not that autistic because I took the test. That took way too long and there were too many questions and I should have just stopped it, but I had to commit because I already started it.
Using way too many napkins.
And turns out I'm might be autistic. Although I don't think I answered all the questions.
Did rednecks kill your folks?
Genuinely. Genuinely.
Yep. I sure did.
So I really hope the audio is working this time because I am utilizing the fuck out of my Stream Deck today.
Jackpot.
That's right, Steve.
Oompa loompa body ass bitch!
Okay. Okay, Janice. This. I'll say this. This is something special. This is a special moment in history. There's no death. There's no injury. There's no harm. But there potentially could have been. Could have been all of that. Wrapped up in one. It could have been a terrible accident. It could have been a massacre. But it didn't happen. And that's what makes this next video that I'm about to show you extra special. Okay? It's fun. It's funny. It's wholesome. And I love it.
This was the horrific moment an elderly lady was left dangling upside down when her coat got caught in a shop's security shutters. She was stood outside a convenience store near Cardiff when her jacket got snagged.
God damn.
She was hanging for an agonising 12 seconds
12
before a shop worker dashed
seconds.
out to her rescue.
And that's it. That's it. Let's watch her again. Just watch her. Watch her slowly rise up.
This was the horrific moment an elderly lady was left dangling upside down when her coat got
What
caught
is she thinking
in
right
shop's
now?
security shutters. She was stood outside a convenience store near Cardiff when her jacket got snagged. She was hanging for an agonising 12 seconds before a shop worker dashed out to her rescue.
Beautiful. Beautiful. The thing is about being old is you basically have zero reaction time. And I mean zero. Because let's watch this one more time.
This was the horrific moment an elderly lady was
she
left
could have done
dangling
something by this
upside down when her coat got caught in a shop's security shutters.
Nothing.
She was stood outside a convenience store near Cardiff.
This is one of the reasons why I don't want to get old, okay? There's many reasons, and let's just plow through them right now. Reaction time. You know, if this happened to me right now, I'd be scrambling immediately to unhook my jacket from the thing. Alright? She doesn't do anything. She just lets it happen. She's just like, oh. Okay, here we go. I guess we're just doing this, you know? And it's like every fucking old person, when shit like this happens to them, you've seen videos like this, alright? They just let it happen. Alright? And it's like, I get it. What are they gonna do? She probably can't even reach her arm around. She's too sore and all this shit. But come on, man. You just gonna let that shit happen to you? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. And yet the biggest thing about getting old, the worst thing about it that I hate, and it's honestly, one of my biggest fears is losing your mind, okay? Getting like dementia or Alzheimer's. Or even if it doesn't get that bad, your memory in general just degrades. You can't remember things as well as you can at this age, all right? Like we talked about earlier in the episode, I'm very nostalgic. And what is nostalgia? It's remembering stuff from your past that you miss. Okay, so when I'm an old fart, I'm not going to be able to remember that stuff anymore. I'm not going to be able to miss it because the memory's going to be gone. So that's one of the reasons why this podcast means so much to me. Is because I will be able to go back and watch this for the rest of my life. And it'll take me back to these times. And it will help me to remember. And luckily I started the podcast in my early 20s. That's the perfect time to start it. It's the perfect time to start it because now I can, as long as I consistently keep going, which I'm going to, because I can't tell you how much this podcast means to me. Even though I get, on an average episode, 0 views, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I'm doing this for myself. And I love it. Not only do I love podcasts in general, I love making this podcast. It's almost as if I've been, my entire YouTube career, which I don't like to call it a career because I don't make money off it, but my entire YouTube experience, endeavor, whatever you want to call it, has been trying to find this podcast, trying to discover what it is that I want to do, and this is it. This is what I want to do, this is what I enjoy, and this is what I will continue to do. And you know, there's a hope, obviously a hope that it's going to become a success. And my goal was at the beginning of this podcast to do it consistently forever, and eventually the views will come. Because the more you do something, the better you get at it. And no matter what, as long as you don't ever give up on whatever the fuck it is that you want to do, it will become a success. Just do it and never give up. Those are my 2 favorite quotes of all fucking time. The video of Shia LaBeouf screaming at you to just do it, Nike telling you to just do it, Howie Mandel telling you to just do it. It's so simple, but it's so accurate. If there's something you want, just do it. Just do it. And if you don't have the resources to do it, start somewhere. Start by just writing down what it is you want to do. And then the next day, take another step. It could be the most minuscule, small step on the planet. As long as you take a step every day in a direction towards what it is you want to do, you know, eventually it'll get better and easier and better and easier and better and easier, and you'll get more experience, and you'll look back one day and be like, holy fuck, I'm actually doing it. Alright? And I'm almost 200 episodes in, and I'm still not even in the prime of this podcast yet. Not even close. And I love that, because every day is a new experience, and every day is just, it gets better. It gets better, and it feels good to do it. And I honestly should have just saved this speech for episode 200, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. The nostalgia is crazy. Because I went back and I watched like episode 1, I watched episode 20, and I was like, holy fuck, the evolution of this podcast is crazy. And we're still in the beginning stages. Still, and it's gonna get better, and I can't wait. And I told myself in 2016 I'm not giving up on this, even though this podcast started in 2017. I got the idea in 2016, but yeah, don't ever give up, ever. Check this out. What the hell? Oh, it's getting soft. Just a quick ball punch. I haven't seen this, so this is a surprise to me as well. Pretty cool, I guess, right? I'm wondering if at this point... Where is it? Like, what's he thinking there? Is he like, I don't want this boner anymore, so I'm just gonna punch my nuts and let it dissipate? And then he gives it a quick sniff. It's like, fuck this boner. It's crazy. He's got black balls and a pink dick. Quite the combination. And then what's with the nose? Why do they have noses like that? You know? What's the point of that? What do the comments have to say? No words. He sniffed it. Listen, we're all just fucking monkeys, alright? To a certain extent. Every guy is always like, yeah, I'll sniff my balls, I'll rub and sniff, and I get it.
Jackpot.
But that's something I've never done. Every guy talks about how they do that, and it's not an interest to me. I don't like the smell. It makes me want to vomit. I just showered, so if I did a reach and sniff right now, it'd probably smell like soap. But it doesn't take long for it to start stinking again. And I don't know if I want to reach down there right now. I don't know.
You guys got any bags of bird ham in here?
We ran out of bird ham. We ran out of bird ham. Ooh, I'm getting hungry, dude. I've been fasting lately. I've been fasting. Like, I'll wake up, grab your brush and put a little makeup. You want to do rappers, put a little makeup. You just. And I won't eat. I'll wake up and I won't eat till 5 p.m. It was hard at first, but now it's not too bad. And I don't do it every day. God, I should blow my nose again. Hold on, let me blow my nose.
20 minutes later. 6 hours later. Three hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
It's crazy because ever since that day on that episode where I had the boogers all over my mustache. Whenever I have to blow my nose, I always make sure to wipe it off my mustache. And it's because of that video. And it makes you think, like, if I didn't record myself on the podcast, would I have ever known that I'd have boogers in my mustache? I would have had to wait till someone said, oh, you got snots all in your mustache. Because you can't feel it, dude. If you have a mustache, you know you can't feel what's on your mustache. So, like, when you don't have a mustache and you blow your nose, you can feel the snots on your lips, so you wipe it off. But when you have the stash, you blow your nose, you can't feel it. You can't feel the boogs. So just grab your brush and put on a little makeup. Fisherman friend. It's the fisherman's friend. I'm just looking at a still image of this monkey looking at his dick right now. Monkey's looking at his dick. Big fat cock. Black balls, pink dick. What up, bitch? Here's a compilation of the Greasy Burger Boy. He's still going hard. And, God, I still don't know why he does this. I don't know why he does this. I mean, I know he does it for money. But what do you think about this? Is it worth it doing this?
Whoa, Dwayne Bishop, thank you for the rose. Fabulous, thank you for the hard pop. Whoa! Whoa!
This is an 8-minute long compilation.
Michael, thank you for the roses. Whoa! Get it like that. Give me the rose.
It looks like that monkey. Look at this.
Exist. Woo! Carter in a row, just want to tell you, Jim Carter. Woo! Charles sounded dining. Mama papa pa, mama papa pa, mama papa 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 papa, mama papa pa, mama papa pa.
So I skipped through a lot of that, obviously, but I don't know how I feel about it still. I don't like it. He's obviously making money off of this. But could you debase yourself that much to this guy's level and do that for money? That's what he does for a living, dude. He does that shit for a living. Mama Papa Poo, Mama Papa Poo. And pours fucking pancake batter all over his face. And chocolate and goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga. Bring, bring. I don't know, man. I've watched some of his lives, too. And, he is normal. Like, when you watch that, you think, oh, this guy's, like, mega autistic or something. But he's not. That's just an act. He's a normal person. Well, normal. However you want to say normal. But on his lives, he won't do this act. And he'll be like, oh, man, I'm so stressed out. I think I might take a break from doing lives for a while. It's a lot of hard work and yada yada yada. And he's like, it's I'm getting burnt out from doing these. And he's talking like as if pouring chocolate sauce all over his face is like a labor-intensive job or something. It drives me crazy, dude. That people would debase themselves to this just for money. You know? Just for money. They're just like humiliating themselves. But maybe I'm wrong. That's the thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the way we should do things. I don't fucking know. And I mean, ultimately, does it really matter? I just worry that in the future, you know, obviously this isn't sustainable. Or is it? I don't know. I just worry that in the future, this guy's going to look back at this time and he's going to regret it. He's going to be like, what the fuck was wrong with me? Why the fuck did I do this shit? Because I feel like I would, you know? What do the comments have to say? Fuck, look. Is it worth it, Seth? Brain rot. Are you on the spectrum by chance? You know? Those are the comments you get. But yet, it is funny. I will admit, it is funny. It does make me laugh. Because of how fucking ridiculous it is. But I want to talk to him. I want to know how this whole thing got started. I should try to get him on the podcast. Because I feel like he started this shit as just like a joke. He was just fucking around on live probably. Or maybe he just uploaded a video being weird. And then it really got a lot of traction. And then he just ran with it. He's like, I can make money off this. And now he's got sucked into it. Because he's got nowhere else to go. You know, imagine you're in his shoes and you know, you're just fucking around in your house. And you just make a video like that. Because you just, you know, everyone acts weird every now and then. But you fuck around and you upload that video. Alright? And then it gets a fucking million likes overnight. And everyone's commenting like, what the fuck is this shit? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But people are laughing. And you're like, okay. Let's just try it again. But let's try it on live this time. Let's try it on live this time. Okay, so you try it on live. And it's getting just as much traction. And people are sending you fucking gifts out the wazoo. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the rose. Alright? And then you make like a shit ton of money off that one live. And you're like, okay. This is something. Alright? So you do it again. Make a shit ton of money. Do it again. Make a shit ton of money. Again and again. Now you're trapped. Alright? This is not something you ever intended to do. It's just something you fell into. Alright? And now you're just getting used to it. Because it's just a way to easily make money. And it just happens over and over and over again. And you're just... Now you're like, well, fuck, I can quit my job. I can quit my job. I just pour chocolate sauce all over my face and make money. Alright, but what's going to happen to him? Well, it's going to go on and it's going to go on. And he's going to start to feel really shitty about himself. He's going to be like, what am I debasing myself to make money? This is like the new stripper type of lifestyle. You know, strippers fall down this path too. They do it once, they make a shit ton of money, and then they're like, fuck yeah, let's keep going and going and going. And then eventually they start to regret their life and life decisions. Alright, this is the new generation of that. He's going to get to a point where he's going to hate his life, and he's going to hate that he's doing this for money. And he's going to try to rebrand himself and do something different. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work because people know him as this goo goo gaga guy. Alright? And you can make it work if you do it right. But is he going to know how to do it? I doubt it. It's the devil, man. It's the devil. He'll get you, and he'll suck you in. And once you're sucked in, you're fucked. You're fucked. So that's what I worry about this guy. And then on the other hand, maybe that's not even how this went at all. Maybe he knew right from the start this was going to be a hit, and maybe he actually enjoys this. And then you got to think, well, if he actually enjoys this and this is what he wants to do, then what the fuck does that say about him? You know? I don't know. That's why you can't judge people. That's why you got to get them on your podcast and talk to them. So maybe that's my goal for the next episode. Let me write that down. Let me try to get this guy on. What's his name? Seth Kinzel. Get Seth Kinstall on. Seth Kinstall. Seth Kinstall. AKA the Greasy Burger Boy. I'm just curious, because, you know, maybe my predictions are going to be right. I'm calling it today.
Oompa loompa body ass bitch!
Oompa loompa body ass bitch. Okay, we were talking about earlier in this episode. We got on the path of talking about how much this podcast means to me, and how if I'm consistent, I can eventually become something of this. And so last week, I was watching an episode of Taiso, Take Your Shoes Off, Rick Glassman's podcast. So I'm going to show you a clip from his podcast. He had Rainn Wilson on. And he's talking about his experience with stand-up. And he's done it for 16 years, but the first 10 years of his stand-up, it was just him trying to find his craft. And when I heard that, I related to it so much. To this podcast. Because like I said, because I took 2 years off about that, I'm basically only 5 years into this podcast. Technically. So I'm still trying to find my craft, and I'm still trying to find an audience. And so I've related so much to this. And it's episodes of podcasts like this that really motivate me to keep this shit going. So I want to show you this clip right now.
About the bricks and picking the bricks.
So I would find these bricks, and I didn't value the bricks enough because there was an infinite amount of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do it, and I did it. It worked. I don't want to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a long time to learn to, once you get something that works, to keep it. And then like you build a house out of it.
Yeah.
And then there's not only the bricks themselves, but learning the order to build it in. And like I feel like the first 10 years where people were learning their craft on how structure of a set as opposed to a bit in itself.
Right.
Where I did not. I'm newer. For having done this for 16 years, I've only been crafting a set for 6 years, I feel like. But for that first 10 is where I connected with you. Like, everything I've done led me to that. I feel like I've developed a skill set that is pretty unique to me, which is being able to do any, just just being fluent in brick. You know, that's not enough. But that feeling of like, I feel like I'm supposed to be good at this, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Like every now and then,
every now and then it just comes out.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm not good, but I will be. And who knows if that's true, but that kept me going.
Yeah.
Is that something you connect to? Like you felt like, I know there's something, it's worth doing?
See? I love that last sentence. I feel like I should be good at this, but I'm not. But if I keep going, I will be. And that's, God, it's such a good piece of advice to live by. All right, some people have a gift and they're immediately good at something right off the bat. All right? But other aspects of their life, they don't have that gift. And but the majority of people don't have a gift. for what it is that they want to do. But they so want to do something. And they try it, and they fail, and maybe they keep going, but they fail multiple times and they give up. And this type of talk has been, exhausted over and over again by plenty of people for as long as language has been a thing. We all know that failure is a part of success, and no matter how many times you fail, you got to keep going. But the thing is, even though you know that, and everyone knows that, we still give up. People still give up on what it is that they want to do because they don't have the passion to keep pushing forward no matter what. And this podcast is the first thing in my life that I've ever had that I care about so much that the thought of letting it go and not continuing it would destroy me. So I don't want to talk about this too long, but just I want to keep it going no matter what. I don't give a fuck about the views. I don't give a fuck about subscribers. I don't give a fuck about the money. Obviously, eventually, I want that more than anything. I want that to happen. But I will continue to do this no matter what. And that's the difference between making it and not making it. Because a lot of people have this idea of something that they want to do, but they expect the money and the views and the fame or whatever it is right off the bat. Or even a few years in. Or even 5 years in. Or even 10 years in. They're like, why hasn't it happened yet? So they give up. And as long as you change your mindset to do it simply for the fact that you love to do it, and you don't give up on it, you'll eventually get that money or fame or whatever it is that you desired at the beginning. All right? And stand-up comedy is such a great example of this. Because every single stand-up comedian that you hear talk, anyone that's actually credible and have actually made a name for themselves, they all say the same thing. Every single one of them will say the same thing. It takes a minimum of 10 years before you even start to become good. Every single one of them will say that. The goal is to just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And if you're going to take anything from this episode, it's that. Just do it and don't give up. If you want to start a podcast, you have to want it more than anything. All right? Podcasts are my world, are my life. It's all I care about, really. And it's what I know best. So that is why I'm able to continue to do this. But if it's not something that you want more than anything, then don't even bother doing it. You got to relate this idea to anything that it is you want to do. All right? Now, there are a lot of things in life that are way harder to do than this. And if that's what you want, you truly don't even need to hear this sentence because you're just going to do it anyway. All right?
You guys got any bags of bird ham in here?
We ran out of bird ham.
I've just been feeling nostalgic lately, and that's why I needed to say that. Before I do my podcast recommendation of the day, I just want to show another clip of Joshua Block. I want to keep updated on him. World of T-shirts. I want to keep updated on him because I don't know, man. I feel like something's going to happen to him one of these days. I really do. This is his most recent upload. We don't have to play this because it's got copyrighted music, but it says, got punched and called slurs in Wyandotte train station. I need to leave America. It's not safe here. he's still drinking like a motherfucker. He's still getting into fights. He's still yelling at people. And in this video, he's blaming other people for attacking him. And this isn't the first video he's uploaded recently where he says that. But it's obviously him that's instigating these situations. There's no way it's not. We've seen the videos of what he does on the streets when he's drunk. He's always the instigator. Okay? So, if he leaves the country, it's not going to be any different. It'll probably be even worse for him. So we'll just keep updated on him and see where he goes, see what happens. But, probably not going to... I hope it ends well. I hope he can turn his life around, but I don't know if it will. It'll be a sad day if it doesn't. Yeah, then there's the whole Michael Quinn thing, which we've never even mentioned on this podcast. Basically, he's got this older man that's like his caregiver or some shit. I don't know. He follows him around, drives him around, manages his money maybe. I don't know exactly what he does, but he's really enforcing these sort of behaviors in Josh. Ugh. I've got shit in my throat. I'm not crying, you pussy. Anyway, I need to wrap this up because I'm hungry as shit. So my podcast recommendation of today is an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, episode 2136. Insane that he has that many episodes. But it's Graham Hancock and this guy named Flint Dibble. This is him here. Talk about a guy who lives up to the name. Am I right? Flint Dibble. Anyway, so Flint Dibble is a, what do you call him, an archaeologist, I guess? And Graham Hancock has been on the Joe Rogan Experience for years. He was actually Joe's first ever non-comedian guest, way back in the day. Graham Hancock he's an author, but he does research on ancient civilizations, lost civilizations that he feels archaeologists are avoiding and disregarding. There's a whole plethora of things that he talks about. I recommend watching any of the Graham Hancock episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience, but this episode in particular is a good place to start. Honestly, it is. Well, you probably should watch the other Graham Hancock episodes, but it's okay to start here. It's basically a debate between Graham Hancock and Flint Dibble. I love the debate episodes. I think they're great. This one in particular, though, they kind of start bickering for a good chunk of it. And Graham, it made me have a different perspective on Graham Hancock, because I've always been a fan of his ever since I've seen him on Joe Rogan. And I'm pretty sure the Graham Hancock episode, the first one, is the reason why I started watching Joe Rogan, and it's the reason why I started watching podcasts in general. So it has a lot of meaning to me. So that's why I'm recommending it. All right. Well, yeah, I guess that's it.
Jackpot.
That's it for this episode of the DynamiteGizmo podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully next episode I'm not sick anymore. But yeah, that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm just so used to saying that now. I don't like saying it, but I'm saying it. So anyway, bye.